Greetings, it is I, King Coin, and I have prepared for you a very special stream, an advice giving stream, where you, the listeners, will write in chat all your troubles, and I shall bless you with my advice. It's quite an easy concept, but it's also simple, and easy and simple concepts tend to work. So, I decided to experiment a little, especially on Saturdays, where, you know, they're chill days and all. So here I am, waiting for your troubles, and I will give you the solution that is absolutely necessary. Now, don't fret just because I am a coin. I am a king, so it is to be expected that I, as a king, will be able to give you quite the advice. Advice on what, you may ask? Hmm, well, anything and anything, to tell you the truth. So, for example, I am trying to write a story, but I have no clues on where to start. What should I do? And I, Kilcoin, will answer that inspiration could come from everything. Even the times that we live in could be a source of inspiration. Maybe sometimes in order to be inspired, you need to look at other people's works. Or sometimes, in order for inspiration to come, you just simply have to not look for it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes inspiration comes where you're not even expecting it to come. I mean, you can ask, or read what other people are in the creative field have said about the subject, and I think that they will agree with me. Yes, inspiration is not a thing that you are expecting, and yet there it comes. I think that with this I have demonstrated excellently what I can do. Now, um, about the lack of a BGM, I had something planned, but unfortunately it didn't quite work. I don't think it will work tomorrow, but it could eventually work. You never know. Hmm. Nevertheless, that's that, and this is this. So, as long as we're waiting, let's see what else I can talk about. Hmm. Well, if there's one thing that is quite advantageous for me about this whole um, pandemic thing, it's that I have the space to move around. I mean, it would be quite difficult for me to be able to move around as a coin, especially carrying a laptop and a headset on top of it. So now that there's not that many people outside, it is quite easy for me to, you know, pass through as noticed. If anything, it's been a blessing in disguise, for me at least. I mean, I'm also a coin, so viruses isn't something that I tend to worry about, but I also wouldn't want to be very close to people. I mean, I wouldn't want to be of any problem or rather cause any problem to someone else. But I think I will not be able to be some kind of carrier. I mean, I am a coin after all, but you never know. I would rather avoid causing trouble, you know? be nice and relaxed. Now, while we're waiting, I would like to mention that I the chat, yes, the chat will become somewhat slow on me. So if you write and I haven't seen it yet, do be cautious and patient. I will see it eventually. I mean, my internet is quite right as of now, so I don't think I will have any problem there. Hmm. Ah, since I mentioned about me carrying a laptop and headset, I mean, I would like to mention that one, I did find my equipment abandoned somewhere, so they may not be the best, but I am exactly looking for best. I am looking for accessibility, and YouTube tends to be quite the method for that. I mean, sure, there are other sites where you can stream, but YouTube seems to be quite right for me. I don't know. I mean, everyone is complaining that, oh, now all the famous people are going to YouTube, but I mean, what a better place for a king, am I correct? Of course, I am not quite certain what this could mean, because simply being a king doesn't mean you're gonna get attention on your channel, but I am willing to grind, I guess, as they call it. So I don't think that's really disappointing for me. If anything, I am more than willing to allow my presence to be in this place, and if people are willing to pick it up, then I will follow. And I will deliver, of course. Now, if anyone is asking why I'm making these noises that you expect of humans, you know, the breathings and all of that, is that I was advised to do so. Because humans will finding familiar and relaxing, so I thought, why not? I mean, if it's going to be, if I'm going to make it easier and make it familiar for other people to chill and listen to someone and associate it to somewhat human characteristic and not cold hard metal, that is, well, what I have as a coin, then I am more willing to pick them up. Of course, I have to do them manually, but a small sacrifice, I guess, for a happy audience. If anything, I don't think it's that much of a sacrifice, really. Well, yeah, anyway, as I was saying, this is an advice giving stream. I was going to do it today for earlier and then for a longer amount of time, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do so. So I will be streaming again with advice giving for tomorrow, hopefully for a longer time than today's stream, but even if not, at least I will have streamed twice in a week, and that consoles me a little bit. Now, of course, you have to take into consideration that I am also willing to continue my Civilization series of stream. So yes, King Kong episode 3 will be me playing Civilization again. Because, well, we did lose to Isabella the first time, so I thought I should, give back. Yes, it's all about giving back. How do you want a community to grow? Give back. How do you want artists to be inspired and continue on after you have had some amount of success? Giving back. How are you going to deliver to an Hispanic bitch that they shouldn't have messed with the king by giving back in force, quite a big force. Now, I'm not saying that I will invade her land and annihilate everything that exists there. I'm just saying that a lesson is good to be given in any way or form, especially if it's a video game. Don't you not think? While we're waiting, what else is there that I can tell you about? Let me think. Well, is it me, or is it that YouTube had quite a boom in the time of the pandemic? Well, I guess it must have. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, a lot of things, to tell you the truth. But I do think that YouTube got some kind of increase in traffic at the time of in this particular time period. Don't you not think so? I mean, I would be quite surprised if it was the opposite, to tell you the truth. Now, I'm not saying that YouTube got an increase that is rather gigantic. I am saying that there was an increase. Now, it might be a small one, but it's still an increase nevertheless, right? Okay, maybe when I said it the first time, I did imply that that increase was somewhat large, but I do believe that maybe I should have been a little bit more careful with how I put it forth. Of course, I do believe that regardless of its errors and troubles, YouTube is quite the important place nowadays. I mean, it is for quite a while, but it's been important for quite a while, and well, I can't say that I'm not a big fan of it. You see, except for YouTube, the place where you can go and search for funny videos or videos of the past, for example, several machinima videos if you're a gamer. But I'm also talking about lately about streaming. Well, I am in the streaming business as of right now, but I am also talking about streaming. How can I put it? I believe that streaming will eventually become a way to surpass the usual formula. You know, I have a game or I have a camera and I hook it up on my computer, I have a mic, and then all I have to do is capture the footage and stream it, of course, and interact with the audience. I mean, that is a very successful recipe. I can say that it's not, but I am saying that I do believe that maybe now you will see several people that will try to surpass and think out of the box and have this creativity in streaming, like presenting stories about the character through streaming. And I'm not talking about, someone reading several lines. No, I am talking about someone portraying a character and then presenting some kind of lore through the streams. Now, I haven't exactly seen something like that. If you have seen something and you can point it out to me, I will be more than happy to take a look. Besides, I have some free time, so I should be able to take a look, check around, read a little bit, and study generally about that person that managed to do that thing that I'm talking about. I mean, isn't thinking out of the box something fascinating? I mean, yes, there are always formulas that you can do and they work, but imagine if you wanted a slightly different result and you modify several aspects of the formula and boom, suddenly you have quite a new um, quite a new result, or a result that's similar but a little bit different, and the only thing you had to do was modify the formula a little bit. Yes, I mean, that is what I'm talking about when I say creativity and out of the box. If anything, I find it quite charming and inspiring. I don't know, I mean, it seems quite fascinating, don't you think? I mean, I do believe that maybe belief isn't quite the right word. I do find that it is quite great, actually. I mean, think about it. You have a medium. Well, I did say about streaming, but what else could I give as an example? What else? What else? What else? Hmm. Well, I am talking about story-driven mediums, so a lot of things could apply. So pick one, for example. I'm not gonna restrict it anywhere. I mean, you all have a favorite different medium, a favorite, a, a favorite medium that is different from one another. For example, someone may like movies, someone may read books, someone may be no other story-driven mediums. The point is this though, take the medium that you enjoy and think of all the tropes that have been around, you know? Quite easy, right? And they do deliver, don't they? Now, tweak them just a little bit, or maybe yet turn it on its head, and well, you will see something different, won't you? Yes, you will. And how different is it? It might not be quite that much of a difference, or it might be quite a difference, and yeah, you have something new that fascinates you. And I can't but think about how these people come into this idea sometimes. And yeah, I mean, fascinating is the word I've been saying for quite a while now, but it is, I mean, I can't lie. And well, yeah, I mean, simply put, creativity and thinking out of the box is quite something. And not only in story-driven mediums. I mean, if you think about it, If you have some kind of problem in every day, and the usual solutions can't work or are unavailable, a little bit of creativity could give you a solution, something that could enable you to go forth and, of course, save you some time from being over the edge and asking, whoa, no, what should I do now? And I think that is quite admirable, don't you not? Anyway, while we're waiting, I would like to say that where I am has quite a lovely weather actually. I mean, yeah, it is March, so spring is coming, but I don't know, it's quite lovely. Of course, there's not a lot of people around, and nobody will ask for me any permit because I'm a coin. So, just chilling in a park is quite fascinating. Fascinating. Maybe I should think of a new word. Relaxing is what I would like to say. Yes, relaxing. Because think about it. A nice, lovely day, no other people around, a lovely park, you in a bench, chilling. The birds are singing their songs. Some kind of animal will pass by. Oh, look at it. It's so cute. And then what? Nothing. That's it. Well, that's all you need to relax. And yeah, it's been quite relaxing, especially today. I was sitting on this bench. The all that I have described before happened, yes. And there it was, a lovely kitten. What color it was? Orange. Its eyes, lovely. My day, better. Just from seeing a very cute being. Now, of course, it didn't mind me any importance because I thought, it's one of those materials that people have around. But it was quite a lovely kitten, I have to say. If anything, I have to say that cats are very cute, but me being a coin-roll, I don't think I will be able to take care of a pet. I mean, it's already not easy for a human to do that. Now imagine me, a coin, where I won't be able to provide several things that a pet would like to have. Like, for example, I have already mentioned quite a few times that I am made from metal, as all coins are, so I do not think that it would be quite easy for me to bring forth some warmth for my pet, and that it would be quite sad. So maybe virtual pet will be the best for me. I mean, there are several examples out there. For example, Pokemon, and you can do bundle with them, and there are a lot of games and all other sort of media where you can enjoy it. But there are other pets as well, like virtual, as I suppose. I mean, there's be several games. Maybe I could look over to that. But unless it's a Silver one, or free, or browser based, I don't think I will be able to have it. I don't have got the resources to buy games. I just have to use what there already is installed on this laptop. So yeah, Unless it's free or already installed, there's not much that I can do. Of course, maybe you can give me some advice as on what I could find. So, yeah, it's a little bit quiet without the BGM, but it's okay. I will try to take care of it. At least I hope next week everything's gonna be just fine for this kind of streams. Now, as I said, tomorrow I will also be doing the stream for longer, I hope. So be looking for that, or rather, do be looking for that. That's the correct form, yes. So yeah. Um, yeah, if I log off and your advice haven't, your problem hasn't reached to me, I could give you an advice at another time. You could write it down in the comments and I could read it, or you could wait for tomorrow. Of course, I don't exactly have a calendar, so I can't exactly tell you when it's gonna be, and it's quite unfortunate, really. But what can you do? So yeah, that's the only solution I can tell you for now. So yeah, um, if you are just listening, because for some reason we don't have a YouTube account, I hope you did have some fun with my topics that I discussed. With the topics I discussed, yeah, and I will be looking forward to tomorrow, to tell you the truth, because I do want to interact with you humans. I do find you peculiar and fascinating. Like, for example, well, tomorrow, yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a little. For example, your vending machines, which, okay, yes, are indirectly responsible for the coins being discarded and lost and never used as intended. But I do believe that vending machines are quite fascinating. Now, have you seen the vending machines in several countries, like in Japan? They are quite inspiring, and they have a vending machine for pretty much everything. I mean, yes, some of them are smart vending machines, and they no longer use coins or any form of currency, but I do believe that it is quite fascinating, and they have all these kinds of different products. It must be quite fascinating to be human. Oh, I can't use all of these products myself. I mean, 99% of them, but anyway. Or even if I bought them, unless I gave it to someone else, a human preferably, they will go to waste. So, yeah, I do hope that I will be able to interact with humans more, because they're, well, you actually, you are quite weird, and but I think in a good way, like the kind of weird that makes you say, that is weird, but intriguing. So yeah, interaction with humans is certainly on the top of my to-do list. I would rather do it from the stream because, well, at least from a stream I can have this possible deniability that, oh no, it's someone behind the coin, it's not an actual coin, it's a human behind the coin and not an actual coin. So I could easily have that and be like, yeah, yes, I am a coin, and escape rather difficult situations. So yeah, at least I have that from me going. Now, I do know that the sound quality isn't the best. I mean, I only have a headset that I found, but I don't particularly care. It's not about smoothness or niceness. It's all about interaction. It's all about being able to meet a human, you know? I mean, if I were to meet one in out there, I don't think it would be that easy. I mean, think about it. A talking coin, they wouldn't talk with me, they would talk with a psychiatrist. And I can't have people going to psychiatrists. I want people to talk to me. I am a king, god damn it. I deserve to be talked to. Now, streams make it easier, so I thought it would be a good choice. Originally, I was thinking of simply making videos, but I do want the interaction more than, some stability and quality, so, I decided to risk it. And you never know, a blind leap of faith could bring results that you've never thought that you would be able to accomplish. So, okay, yes, of course, you don't accomplish results, but you do understand what I am saying, right? I do think that as a species, as beings on this earth, you are interesting, and I like to see more of you. More of you, not the correct expression. I would like to see, how can I say this in a way to be able to be understood? I would like to observe in what you humans are capable of, you know? And in order to do that, I have found that you should interact with them, shouldn't you not? And in order to interact with in order to interact with humans and not be able and being not able to confront them face to face, it appears that the internet once again comes to the rescue. And what better way to do that than the internet? Now, unfortunately, I didn't have anyone drop me any questions so that I could give some sort of advice. But I think that tomorrow we'll be able to have more luck on the subject. But even if you simply listen to this as a VOD, I do think you're gonna have got some fun. And I did think that I gave a touch on some thought-provoking topics. So I don't think this has been quite a bad day. If anything, I think that someone will enjoy this. or at least will pass the time with it eventually. Now, I don't think that I will be able to stay around for long. So yeah, ah, being a king is not that easy, especially if you have to raise awareness about your brethren. But yeah, yeah, I do believe that. I mean, listen, I do understand that it can be quite difficult, especially when you're trying to do something on YouTube or other sites. But you shouldn't you shouldn't fret, and you shouldn't be that disappointed. It takes quite some time in order to build some sort of community. So fret not. You are going to get there. You all you have to do is grind. Of course, you need to sustain yourself in some way. I can't. Uh, I can't blame you on that, on worrying about that rather, because as a coin, I don't have that trouble. But you should try and grind. You won't lose anything. I mean, no matter how much you think that you're not doing anything, you are. I mean, for example, you are honing your skills just by trying your best. And slowly and steadily, by being willing to improve, you will find yourself in a better place. And the more capable you are, the more people will be willing to follow you around. I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. Now, I do believe that how can I say this? Maybe I'm rather positively thinking. I mean, I am a coin after all. Coins are used all the time, so our purpose in existence is always fulfilled. So it's quite rather difficult for a coin not to be positive thinking, or rather, not to have positive thinking, you know? But there are these quite rare times where coins aren't the existence of a coin isn't fulfilled. If anything, it's quite the opposite. Coins decay and they oxidize and they're not spent at all, and it's quite saddening, especially for me as a coin, to because I did experience such an event in my life, in my existence, before I was somewhat here, and yes, it is quite disappointing. But I never seen a coin to be a pessimist. Yes, I am quite the optimist. I have to say, yeah, I feel great. I mean, I feel energetic. I feel as if I am a 15-year-old. even though I have no idea what this means. So don't fret. I do believe that time will be in your favor if you're willing to try and deliver and interact with other people, no matter who or what you are. I mean, I'm a poem, and I'm doing it. Why shouldn't you? I mean, some people say you do have to bring something to the table, and I do agree, because if you can't bring something to the table, then why should someone watch you? But, well, everyone is looking at entertainment in one way or another, and everyone is looking for some kind of company. So, and a certain and then there is this thing that humans have with this feeling of belonging, and I want to belong in quotation marks, and all of that. And well, I can't blame them, but I do believe that it's not that difficult. Not on the fact that you aren't given the means or the tools to do so, because you will have some money on the side, or there will be several free things, and I think that you can do it. I think that as long as you are willing to deliver, and you are trying hard, and you are steadily improving, and yes, if you have your own talents as well that you can bring forth, people, some people will watch. And I don't think it's a bad thing for people. Oh no, I don't want to be stuck with 10 viewers all the time. 10 loyal viewers is quite a feature to have. It's quite a feat. It is quite fascinating. It is something that should not be taken for granted. If anything, 10 loyal viewers are more than enough to give someone, to change someone's day. I mean, think of it think of it like that. Streamers are, you know, they have their daily lives, and they may be sad, and then they have some kind of occasion where they may be quite sad, and they're like, okay, I have to stream now, and there's someone sad, but they stream all the same, and then all these 10 loyal people come in, and they're like, yay, we were expecting for you, and they're like, well, I was quite sad, but look, there are people expecting on me, and what can I say? I think that is quite nice, These 10 people through their computers or tablets or laptops or mobile phones or whatever were able to bring forth a certain kind of warmth to the streamer simply by, you know, being excited for it. So don't be disappointed don't focus on numbers. That's the thing that everyone is doing wrong from the get-go. You should be chill. You should be you. Maybe you are loud, so maybe I should have said chill, but maybe what I mean is this. You shouldn't be stressed. You should be relaxed. You should be hmm, you should be you. You should be able to deliver the content that you want with the people that you want actually watching, not that you want, yes. And you know, just enjoy the interaction. I mean, isn't this why you want to become a streamer? I mean, that's why I want to do it. And of course, I have this message I have delivered. Hashtag save the coins, by the way. But I do believe that it is quite fascinating. Sorry, I lost my train of thought again. It is quite endearing to have people willing to interact with you on a daily by daily yada yada basis. So, for example, look, if you see, I don't have anyone on chat, and I most likely won't have any views, but who cares? The point is to try to make that ping, and you never know when your ping will be the catalyst for another big ping, because they got inspired by you. So you are always contributing. You just have to look at the broader picture. And yes, it would be good if you got a little bit more, but I think that it's more about interaction. I think interaction is the top. Without willingness to interact and only having these shallow thoughts about uh, what you want to accomplish through the medium of streaming, I don't think you're gonna go that far. If anything, you are going to be quite limited. No matter how much of a push you may get, or no matter how many people will watch you, no matter how many people will try to um, be a part of the community you have created, even to the day, if you're not genuine, you eventually will not be able to have people watching. And yeah, that would be quite unfortunate. Now, I have dropped some frames there, but it's alright, we can manage. Now, let me see. I think that I will stop it here for today. I will have a stream tomorrow as well. Well, if you subscribe, you will be able to get notified, I guess. Though you may not be free, but you'll always be able to watch the VOD. And yeah, I think that for a test stream of this kind, of the advice giving stream, I think that thing went quite alright. Now, I think that I need to practice a little bit of my speech, but I think I did quite alright. I will be watching, and I think I will be practicing a little bit more. Now, of course, I don't need to practice a lot because I am a king, and as a king, I have that necessary charisma to carry me through. Now, I will end the stream there. I will bid you adieu, and I will see you next time.